Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another historic rebuild, and today we have the 2007-2008 Denver Nuggets. So obviously we do have a prime Carmelo Anthony here, and that is obviously great. We also have Allen Iverson, who you'll see in just a second is a 91 overall. In real life, this was Melo and AI's only full season together. They did play 50 games together the year prior. It was not a full season, but this was their pretty much their first and only full season together. So we're going to try if we can see and rewrite history a little bit. I'd like to get this team a little bit further. They won 50 games in real life. They were an 8 seed at 50 wins. Crazy to look back and see that stuff now, but they got swept by the 1-seeded Lakers in round 1, and yeah, we're going to see if we can change some things up today, maybe get these two a championship together. And as always, let me know any other video ideas you guys do have down below in the comments section. I've been really enjoying doing some of these historic rebuilds, and I hope you guys have been enjoying watching them. Obviously, 2K comes out in like less than 3 weeks at this point, or 2K24, I really should say. So obviously we're going to have a ton of rebuilds once we do get there, but if there's anything specific you guys want to see before that, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. But obviously the Carmelo Anthony and Allen Iverson era in Denver did not go as well as many hoped it would. So we're going to see if we can change that up a little bit, get these two a championship. Let's get into it. All right, so as you can see, we are here at the start of the 2007 NBA season. Now, obviously, we're not going to make many major moves before we do start simming this. Let's go over the roster first and see what we do need to address. So, point guard spot is a really great place to start. Chucky Atkins is not going to be a long-term point guard option for me at that 74 overall at 33 years old. I'd like to figure out a better day one starter immediately. Anthony Carter, just not going to cut it at a 68 overall. Moving over to the shooting guard spot, there's probably an argument I could play AI at the 1. Obviously, you can see J.R. Smith here, only 22 years old, is at that backup shooting guard spot. So two really viable options there, but I'd like to keep AI at the 2, have JR come off the bench, and obviously go ahead and trade for a point guard. So that's something we can do. I have no idea who Ed Wilkins is. He's probably not a real person. Obviously, Carmelo Anthony, 23 years old. This would be his 5th year in the league at this point. At that 94 overall. Going to be great to build around him today. Obviously, him and Denver never ended up getting a championship. Linus Kliza, probably not a great backup small forward option. And Bobby Jones sounds like the most generic name I can actually think of. Power forward spot, we have Kenyon Martin, we have Nene, we have Stephen Hunter. These are some decent options. I actually like this power forward depth quite a bit. And then, yeah, Johnny Knox, or, well, I'm going to call him Johnny Knoxville, but is what it is. Center spot, we have Marcus Camby, who is 33 years old, so he's probably not going to be here the entirety of the video. He'll probably be here for at least year 1, and then Jelani McCoy. Don't know much about. He's a 72 overall. It is what it is. So my focus right now at this very moment is going out and finding an upgrade at that starting point guard spot. I think this team has an immense amount of talent, and I really want to capitalize on it. So let's see if we can upgrade that point guard spot. Our first and probably only trade before we do start sim year 1 is going to be coming here with the Sacramento Kings. We're sending them Stephen Hunter and Johnny Knoxville for Beno Udrih and Orion Green, whoever the hell that is. He's a 61 overall. Obviously, this is not a significant upgrade at the point guard spot, but I decided I didn't want to trade one of my 280-plus overall power forwards. I'd rather keep the depth, and the 2008 draft class is coming up. There's a few good point guards in that draft class. So Beno Udrih is probably going to have to cut it for year 1. We don't give up any draft assets. Obviously, that is great. So in terms of the starting point guard, I'll probably start Beno Udrih just because he's, 8 years younger, 4 overalls higher. I think that makes a little bit of sense for me. So I'm actually probably going to go 9-man rotation as well. So Linus Kliza is probably not needed on this team. I know I mentioned that might be our only trade, but he actually has a year of team control. So maybe I'll pull the trigger. I also wouldn't mind finding an upgrade at the backup center spot. So like if there's a center here that's like at least competent, like mid-70s overall, I'll probably do that. Leon Poe that's a Celtics legend. I love Leon Poe. I fucking hate Zaza Pachulia. I'm not giving up Chucky Atkins, though. I do need a point guard depth. Oh, man. A Donald Foyle and a draft pick. It's actually not that bad. That actually feels like a really, really kind of a big win for me. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that trade with Orlando, get Foyle and a pick, and that feels pretty good to me. So let's set this rotation. It's the start of year 1 for us here in Denver. Obviously, as I mentioned, this team in real life won 50 games, and they were an 8 seed. Just absolutely crazy to kind of go back and think about, but I actually wouldn't be that mad if we could win 50 games. I like the team a lot, and obviously having 2 90-plus overall and 2 NBA legends, and Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony is great, but we're going to figure it out. I think this team is good. So, obviously, starting point guard, just acquired Beno Udrih. Not going to be a long-term option for me, but he's kind of a placeholder, if you will, for year 1, a stopgap. AI here at the starting shooting guard spot. His only full year in Denver was this season right here. I'm going to see if we can extend him past this season. He is 32 years old. I'm a little nervous about the age. If it works out, I'm happy to keep him. I'll hopefully get him a ring. Obviously never got one. Carmelo Anthony, another player who never got a ring. Excited to have him here. I have zero plans of moving on from this man at any point in time. Kenyon Martin starting here at the 4, and then Marcus Camby. A little bit older at this point, but he is going to be our starting center. The bench unit's okay. It's going to be led by Nene. Obviously, I don't typically do big men as 6th man, but when he's the clear-cut best player coming off the bench, I think it's worth it. And honestly, J.R. Smith's playing 2 less minutes. It's not that big of a deal. Donald Foyle we just picked up, and then Chucky Atkins, who is not going to be starting for me, will be coming off the bench. So, again, it's not terrible. I think some of our depth hurts us a little bit, but I am very happy with this starting 5, and happy to see how it works out. Also, side note, I just love these Denver Nuggets jerseys. These are just clean as all hell. Also, if you didn't know, we are led by, George Karl. Just amazing ratings there, George. All right, I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. First season for us here in Denver comes to an end. We go 62-20. That's 12 games better than they did in real life, and I'm hoping that's a top 4 seed, you would think. CP3 winning MVP. He's in New Orleans, 28 points, 3.5 boards, almost 13 assists. Goddamn. Kevin Durant in Seattle is your rookie of the year. This was the one and only season he actually played as a Supersonic, obviously before they moved over to Oklahoma City. Marvin Williams, 6th man of the year in Atlanta. Timmy D is your D-boy, and goddamn. Sean Livingston, most improved, and oh, good lord, George Karl, coach of the year. I have no interest in keeping George Karl as the head coach of this team. We'll see. I mean, if he leads us to a championship, that's a different conversation. But as of now, I still plan on firing him, even though we got the 1 seed here and the best record in all of basketball. So let's take a look at the numbers on the year, see who played well, see who did not. Carmelo Anthony, just an absolute bucket. I mean, 31.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1.5 steals a game. Just flat out ridiculous. AI was super solid for us as well. 22, 5.5, nearly 9.5 assists a game. Just beautiful. Martin, Udra, Nene, J.R. Smith, Marcus Camby, probably past his prime a little bit, but not terrible given the circumstances. So, in terms of rebounds, it was Camby, and then assists, it was AI. So, round 1, we have the 8-seeded Jazz. Darren Williams, C.J. Miles, Andre Karolinko, Carlos Boozer, Reed Bird. Interesting. Mehmet Okur coming off the bench. Interesting team there in Utah. That's not a typical 8 seed. We're actually down 2-0, 3-0. Wow, this is just not the way you want the playoffs to go in year 1. Going to game 7, and wow, we just came back from being down 3-0. Cool. Luther Head, Tracy McGrady, Shane Battier, Luis Scola, Yao Ming, goddamn, T-Mac, and Yao Ming. I wish that worked out better than it did. All right, let's see what ends up happening here in the Western Conference semifinals. We are currently up 3-1 against Houston. They make it 3-2, and we are in the Western Conference Finals. Taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. Sean Livingston, Coutinho Mobley, Corey Maggette, Elton Brand, Chris Kaman, Tim Tom. Am I crazy for thinking we're a lot better than this team? I don't really think so, to be quite honest with you. And we're up 3-0. Make that 3-1. Make that 3-2. Okay, thank you. And, the 2008 NBA Finals. Real life, this was obviously Lakers-Celtics. It's going to be a little bit of a smaller market finals with the Denver Nuggets and the Toronto Raptors. So, TJ Ford, Jose Calderon, Jamario Moon, Chris Bosh, Andrea Bargnani, Rasho Nesterovic. Oh, good God. I mean, again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Okay, hang on a damn minute. I don't think this team... There's no reason... Really? All right. I mean, to be fair, I didn't expect championship year 1, but... Really? All right. I mean, good for you. All right, it is time for offseason number 1 here. Player retirements. Dikembe calls it a career. He's a 66 overall, goddamn. Alonzo Mourning, Robert Horry, Pam Cassell, P.J. Brown, Lindsey Hunter, Aaron Mickey. Cool. Staff retirements. I'm not going to get into that. Jersey retirements. Grant Hill. Cool. Historic changes. All right, we're going to change some things. So change the logo and uniforms of the Denver Nuggets. So I'm pretty sure these are like the baby blue uniforms we're going to be going to now. In terms of the logo, what's really going to change? I mean, I see the one up there. Is that different from... No, that's not different. Maybe they're just going to show it after. I guess let's see what our logo changes to. We'll see the uniforms. I didn't really see much of a change with the logo. I'm assuming it's the baby blue uniforms. All right, draft lottery time. Obviously, the 2008 NBA draft. Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose. Both of which I would absolutely love to have. So maybe we'll see if that's a possibility. We obviously are going to have to trade up. Minnesota, Golden State. That would be Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte Bobcats. Atlanta Hawks, Dallas Mavericks is your top 5. Staff signing right now. I mean, there's nothing I can do with that, right? He doesn't even have a star in anything besides potential. this game hates George Karl, and I don't really blame them. I don't really like George Karl either. So yeah, I mean, let's just look at some options here in terms of potential replacements. They have Stauffer listed as a shot doctor, not a head coach. But I still kind of want to go out and try to sign him. Nate McMillan's actually here. Actually, some pretty good ratings, and he's listed as a head coach. No, screw it. Let's try to go get Nate McMillan. You want to come here? Nope. Okay. I'm just going to go out and try to get Stauffer. I don't know if he'll sign this. He's not even listed as a head coach. And, okay, well, we were blocked from doing that. I'm assuming he's with another team. He's with Washington. Maybe they'll all just probably block anything. I mean, who has, like, decent ratings here? None of these guys, quite honestly. Who's this? Dante Toscano. Pretty good defensive ratings. Wouldn't be. Oh, he's a 7-second system. Wouldn't be terrible with obviously Carmelo and AI. Not either of which are really known for their great defensive skill. But yeah, I mean, I guess screw it. Let's just go do this. Dante Toscano. I don't know who you are. You're running a 7 seconds offense. I really hope it works out for us. Welcome to Denver. All right, let's head up to the draft. Obviously, we're just a 1 seed. Even if we have our first round pick, it is not going to be that valuable. But yeah, it's at 29 right there. I'm at the point right now where I want to go out and get one of these 2 young guards. I mean, we take a look at this draft class. D. Rose, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love. I mean, obviously I don't really need a Kevin Love right here. Maybe could use Brook Lopez. I don't really think as much. I'm going to try to trade up to number 2. I don't really care which one of these guys I get. I don't play with injuries on for D. Rose, and obviously Russell Westbrook turned out to be an absolute stud. So I don't know who is number 2 or forget. It is the Golden State Warriors. So it's going to take a lot, obviously, to get something like this to happen, but I'm going to work on it. So this is the pre-Steph Curry era, so they don't really have a long-term point. Well, they have Monte Ellis, but let me work on it. We're going to offer up Nene as the main piece in this deal. Obviously, Nene was coming off the bench for us, and although he was a really important and pretty good piece of this team, in order to get my point guard of the future, either Russell Westbrook or Derrick Rose, I'd be willing to trade him over to Golden State. So also, I thought Monte Ellis was here. Baron Davis is here at this point. I don't know. Do I have my ears off? Oh, no, he's right here. I just missed him. Okay, nonetheless, that's not important. I want to get a trade to go through. They don't really need a point guard, and the number 1 and number 2 prospects are point guards. So, yeah, how about we work on some sort of deal? Do you need a power forward? It looks like you need a power forward unless you want to move forward with Brandon Wright. So how about you take Nene? This feels like a pretty decent trade for both sides. If you want Chucky Atkins, you're more than welcome to have him as well. I don't think I have anybody else down here. Nope, everybody else is expired. So, going to come down to draft picks. I think we'll be good. So, you can take my first in 2009. You can take my first in 2011. And they agree to that. So, honestly, I don't know who I'd rather have here. I mean, obviously, Russell Westbrook's had a longer and probably, I don't really want to say more successful, but like probably more successful career than Derrick Rose. But obviously, I'd love to have either. So, Derrick Rose goes to Minnesota. Youngest MVP ever. But, yeah, we're going to have Russell Westbrook as a consolation prize. So, not too bad. Welcome to Denver Russ, which means Russell Westbrook, Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony, all going to be on the same team. Very interesting to see how that's going to work out. Wow, Rose actually an 82, Russ is 79. Okay, so we're signing him. That's great. Melo, ooh, god damn, that looks clean as all hell. Team player options, we have nothing here. Qualifying, yeah, I'll qualify Beno Udrih. I mean, he can be a good backup, I guess. And then let's enter free agency, where Carmelo Anthony and Allen Iverson are both free agents. Melo has 12 offers, including a serious offer from the Raptors, the Warriors we just made a trade with. Yeah, I'm just going to go out ahead on a limb and max out Carmelo Anthony. That's a max. If he doesn't accept that, I am fucked. And, yeah, I'm going to pay Allen Iverson, too. Hopefully he just comes back. Okay, thank God. J.R. Smith's also a free agent. Holy shit. Okay, I need to be careful. Beno, I can wait on, but I definitely want to get J.R. Smith back. He's going to be very important to the success of this team in the long run. I got to wait. But Melo and AI is obviously, you know, kind of priority 1, priority 2. Do not renounce JR. Do not renounce Beno. And, yeah, please let me re-sign him. Thank God. Okay, I'll give him about $8 million AAV. That's not too bad. And then Beno is qualified, so we'll wait on him. So, yeah, I'm actually going to let me offer him a deal. Is not. I'll wait. If he gets a deal, it is what it is. Okay, so obviously we have our starting point guard moving forward. We have our backup. We're good at starting shooting guard. We're good at backup. I wouldn't mind getting Melo a backup small forward. We'll see. I do need to find myself a new power forward, and then I might potentially trade for a new center. Marcus Camby's 34. I just think it might be time to make an upgrade that maybe could help us in the long run. So let's see what we got. I just went ahead and signed Keith Van Horn in free agency. I'm going to try to include him in some sort of deal. I've tried now for like 10 minutes to trade for a center, and none of it has worked out, literally at all. So how about Zach Randolph? I've tried for him already. The money didn't work before. How about if I include Keith Van Horn in this deal? I mean, I just need to go get a center at this point, and I know it's cheesy as all hell, and thank God. I quite literally, like 10 plus minutes, could not get a new starting center Randolph's here. I'm happy. We're now bringing in O'Donnell Foyle. He's coming back. He's going to be my backup center. And then in terms of the power forward spot here, I mean, it's going to be weak, whoever it is. Oh, good God. Do I really want to sign Brian Scalabrine? I don't know about that. I mean, Lorenzen Wright is here. Can I make... Was this Taj Gibson? Oh, Tommy Gibson. Who the hell is that? Yeah, I mean, there's really no good power forward options at this point. So, I mean, ooh, Eddie House. You know what? I'm going to get a little cheesy. I'm going to sign Eddie House, and then I'm going to try to trade Eddie House. I know I'm getting, like, cheesy as all hell right now, but I got to do something here. So, Eddie House and a bunch of couple second-round picks. How about a couple? And, yeah, any power forwards here? Johnny Knoxville is not going to cut it for me. He's just not. Are we really going to have to sign Brian Scalabrine? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is, like, literally as cheesy as you could possibly get right now. Beno Udrih wants to go to the Wizards. I'm matching that, and then we're going to bring in Scalabrine as well. Yeah, I mean, this is, like, total scumbaggery right now, but I'm literally out of options, and I think this is a championship team. So, Ersan Ilyasova is absolutely great. I know it's a scumbag move, and I apologize about it. I just got to get a little bit younger and a little bit better. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. After a 62-win season, we decided it was not good enough. We lost in the finals, and we made 2 changes in this starting lineup, and 2 changes I'm very excited about. Look at these new baby blue uniforms, looking clean as hell. Russell Westbrook, Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony, Kenyon Martin, new addition here at center, and Zach Randolph. Bench unit is going to be led by J.R. Smith, Beno Udrih, Ersan Ilyasova, and O'Donnell Foyle. So I like the team. It's not crazy good depth, but hopefully it will be enough. But I think this team has championship potential. I do. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. Year 2 ends as Carmelo Anthony wins an MVP award for us. You truly do love to see it. We go 68-14 on the year. Obviously, that is great. We played really well last regular season, made it to the finals, and shit the bed against what I considered an inferior Toronto Raptors team. So we're hoping to change that a little bit. Derrick Rose went number 1 overall right before we chose Russell Westbrook. He wins Rookie of the Year. CJ Miles, 6th Man of the Year. He's in Utah. Kobe is your depoy. God, that's cool to see, man. It's actually Kobe's birthday today. I'm recording it. Happy birthday, Kobe. Rondo, most improved. He's in Boston. I don't know why he's wearing number 11. And Dante, our new head coach, winning coach of the year. You love to see it. All right, let's get into it. I can't fucking speak. Obviously, as you can see, we are a 1 seed here. We're 8 games up on the Clippers for that 1 spot. There wasn't a single team in the West that won 50 games. Well, I mean, we won more than 50, but you know what I'm saying. And over here in the East, Toronto takes the 1 seed once again. So here is a look at the numbers on the year. Carmelo Anthony, Allen Iverson still playing well. Points are going down a little bit, but obviously we did add Russell Westbrook. And, yeah, Melo. AI is also getting a little bit older. So I'm happy with the output of how everything kind of looks right now. It's great to see Melo get an MVP. And we're hoping for a long and successful playoff run. Here's a look at Golden State. Jason Terry, Marco Bellinelli, Josh Childress, and our old friend Nene, Clark Adams, Baron Davis coming off the bench. All right, let's see what ends up happening here. I mean, that's a pretty good 8 seed. I just do think we're a lot better at this point in time. We are up 3-1. Make that 3-2, and we win in 6. Moving on to the Utah Jazz here, Western Conference semis. Darren Williams, Jerome Hickman, Andre Karolinko, Carlos Boozer, Mehmet Okur. Did we go to 7 with them in round 1 last year? I think so. I've been recording for like 40 minutes. We're not even halfway through this video. We are up 3-2 right now. We're going to Game 7, and we win that Game 7. All right, it is us against the Phoenix Suns. You got Steve Nash, Leandro Barbosa, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Kurt Patterson, whoever the hell that is. You got Boris Diaw, Speedy Claxton. It's a pretty good 6 seed right there. Western Conference Finals. We are currently down 2-1. We make it 2-2. We go up 3-2, and we win 4 straight, and we are running back the NBA Finals, taking on the Toronto Raptors. TJ Ford, Steve Francis, James Posey, Celtics legend, Chris Bosh, Bargnani, Rasho Nesterovic. Okay, I'd like a little bit of revenge here on... Okay, there's just no fucking way. What is so good about this Raptors team that I'm just missing right now? I mean, there's just absolutely no fucking way that Chris Bosh is this good. Respectfully, of course. I mean, like, am I crazy? It's just like going position by position. I think we have them beat probably 3 out of 4 minimum, or 3 out of 5 minimum. And, like, I know TJ Ford's an 85 overall and he's playing decent, but, like, there's a strong case that Russell Westbrook's better than those stats. I don't know. I think the only place I have us clearly is the power forward spot. That's just a damn shame. That's a tragedy. That's what that is. All right, here's a look at some retirements. You want to pause, feel free. Staff retirements, don't really care. Historic changes, or changes of things for the Sixers, the Heat, the Mavericks, and the Bulls. All pretty big market teams, some big changes. All right, draft lottery time. We are not going to have our draft pick, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I traded it in one of the 2 major trades I made last year. Minnesota, Portland, Charlotte, Dallas, and Detroit. This is 2009. Oh, this is the Steph Curry draft class. Holy shit. Yeah, Blake Griffin, Harden. Holy shit. What a draft class. Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool to get Steph, but obviously heading into the final year, it's probably not ideal. Do I want to keep Dante? I mean, I got to look at my options because I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that all of these guys who are, some sort of assistants for other teams I'm just going to get blocked. I mean, it'd be great to have Underwood, great to have Stauffer or Peterson, but Rick Adelman actually has some really good ratings. I prefer more of a balanced system than a 7 seconds. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Maurice Cheeks also here, also has some really good ratings. So you know what, Dante, you were great for us. Obviously, firing coaches back-to-back years that both won Coaches of the Years and led your teams to the final probably isn't ideal. But, yeah, I mean, I need one of these guys, I think. They're both free agent coaches, if you will. And quite honestly, I would take either of them. So hopefully one of them signs. Maurice Cheeks is going to be our guy. He has really solid ratings. I'm happy to have him here. So hopefully this new system can hopefully get us to over that hump, if you will. In terms of this draft, we have no draft picks. I'm not going to draft anybody anyways or trade up. Doesn't really feel worth it. Nothing here for team player options. Qualifying, no. Not going to do either of those guys. And then let's take a look at free agency. Ooh, pretty good free agency class. Zach Randolph and Kenyon Martin, both free agents. Okay, I have a plan right now. We don't have KG money, do we? Nope. I was kind of wishing on a star right there. But obviously, I'm going to re-sign Randolph, and then I think I'm going to re-sign Martin as well. And then I might try to trade Kenyon Martin. I just think he's a little bit old, and I don't see that overall going up. And I'm not saying he was the problem for us. I just don't necessarily think he's the solution, if that's making any sense. So getting both those guys back, we might do a little bit of a sign-and trade real quick. I'll see you guys whatever move that is. I'd love to try to add Marc Gasol to this team. Obviously, he is a center, and they have Zach Randolph listed as a center, but Zach Randolph can obviously move to the power forward spot. So, Kenyon Martin for Marc Gasol. What do you say? They have a counter. They want Beno, and they want to give us Rob Kiss. Who the fuck are you? I don't even know who. This is probably not a real person. Beno's been pretty solid for us. I'd rather not give him up. Can I just maybe give up like a couple seconds? I don't think there's any. Yeah, I don't want to give up any players. Man, I think Beno's been really beneficial for us. I'll give up one first in 2013. Yeah, we can't take it with us, so it's fine. Okay, so we're going to move Zach Randolph, who's 6'9", actually goes down and overall at power forward. I'm not necessarily worried about it. I think he's going to be fine for us. Power forward, I felt like was more of his natural position anyways. And, yeah, I mean, in terms of what we're going to change about this team, I'm pretty comfortable with the depth we have right now. Would be nice to get a new backup center. I also have to make a decision if I want to stick with a 9-man rotation. That's going to be a pretty big one. Ooh, you got 22-year-old Lou Williams here. Kyle Korver's here. A lot of decent options. Rafe LaFrance. Oh, good lord. You got Zaza here in free agency. This might be as good as it gets, quite honestly. I fucking hate Zaza Pachulia, but he's probably the best option here in terms of age and overall. So, welcome Zaza. And then, yeah, I don't really see a world. You know what? I'm going to re-sign a Donald Foyle, and then I'm going to try to trade him. I think it might be worth trying to get Melo a backup. I'm not saying he's, like, running out of gas and needs one, but might not be the worst thing in the world if we just try to get a backup, at least for the final season. So, yeah, I mean, Jamario Moon, it's not exactly ideal, but it might be kind of the best option we have. Jermaine Jones is here. Yeah, I mean, these I don't really like any of these. But, you know, we're going to do this deal here with the Clippers. We'll take Jamario Moon. I don't know if I'm going to play him yet or not, so we'll see. And, yeah, I mean, in terms of any other changes, there's an argument to maybe move AI because he's pushing, 35 now. But he's been playing well for us, and as long as that overall is not below, like, an 88, I don't really think anything's going to change. So, a little bit of a risk. Hopefully, Russ develops quite well. We're obviously going to need some leadership off the bench from J.R. Smith, and hopefully the new addition of Marc Gasol works out. So, see you guys at the start of the final year. We are now here at the start of the third and final season. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I actually contemplated and actually attempted to make a few trades before year one, and, yeah, they weren't accepted. So, I didn't end up showing you guys, but I'm not going to lie. I did try to go out. I tried to get Amari Stoudemire. He's a 90 overall, and he's playing insanely well. Not a problem with Zach Randolph on this team. I just was hoping for an upgrade, especially because AI is a little bit of a lower overall. But I'm rolling with the punches. I think the development of Russell Westbrook is going to be great. Hopefully Marc Gasol fits in like a glove. And I'm very excited to see what happens with this team. So, Russell Westbrook, Allen Iverson, very dynamic backcourt. Carmelo Anthony obviously won an MVP, led us to a 68-win season, a second straight finals appearance, and it meant nothing in the long run. We didn't win anything. Zach Randolph here at the 4, and then Marc Gasol here at the 5. Bench unit to be led by J.R. Smith. I'm giving him more minutes than I typically give a sixth man. I think it's going to be really important for him to get minutes, kind of leading that second unit, or at least more minutes than typical. Beno is going to be leading the point guard charge off the bench, followed by Sonny Ilyasova, and then Zaza Pachulia. So, It is an interesting team, man. It's a team that I love and I hate at the same time because there's really good parts of it. Like, I love Russell Westbrook. I love how well Carmelo Anthony's been playing. Allen Iverson's been playing well. I'm just a little bit nervous about that overall. But overall-wise, I am a little bit kind of scared of the depth of this team. But, I mean, we've been to 2 straight finals, and Toronto's just been our kryptonite. So hopefully we get back and just don't meet up with them. I'll see you guys at the end of the final year. It is now back-to-back MVPs for Carmelo Anthony, and he leads us to an even better record of 71-11 here in our third and final season. Obviously, it's great. The records are great. The accolades are awesome. It's just, again, if we don't win it all, who gives a shit? So we're going to see. Steph Curry, oh my God. They just draft Derrick Rose, too. Holy shit. That's insane. Nenad Kristic, excuse me, I'm butchering his name. 6th man of the year. LeBron wins a Depoy. Those old Cavs jerseys are so cool. Craig Smith, most improved. I'm surprised. Like, we haven't seen a LeBron win, like, literally any accolades throughout this. Cool to see him win in the final year. Maurice Cheeks is our coach, and he's the Wins Coach of the Year. That's great. That's our 3rd straight Coach of the Year. We have fired the past 2, and, yeah, man. Did I see Dwayne Wade in a Sixers jersey? Good Lord. All right, let's look at the standings. We are far and away the 1 seed here in the Western Conference. Here's a look at the East. Yeah, I just want to fact check. Yep. Dwayne Wade is leading the 76ers. Good God, man. All right, let's take a look at the numbers on the year, see who did well, see who did not. Melo, Russ kind of taking over as that number 2 option in terms of scoring. Allen Iverson, still an 88 overall, still pretty solid season, 17, 3.5, or 8 assists, 57% from the field. I can live with it. Zach Randolph was solid, double-double. J.R. Smith, Marcus Gasol, not really doing it in the points department. I mean, again, we obviously made the trade for him. I think he's an upgrade, especially with the overall and the age, but we'll see if it works out in the long run. In terms of rebounds, it was Zach Randolph, and in terms of assists, it was actually Marcus Gasol, so I guess he is playing well. All right, Houston here. First round, Mike James, Tracy McGrady, Shane Battier, Dunleavy, Yao Ming. Yeah, a 98 T-Mac and a 94 Yao Ming is not exactly my favorite first-round matchup, but again, we can't really choose. So we go up 3-0 and we sweep. Beautiful. I think it's the first time we swept anybody today. Awesome. Clippers here in round 2. Raymond Felton, Royal Ivy. Awesome fucking name. Are you a real person? He could be. I don't know who Royal Ivy is. I'm not going to pretend I do, but awesome fucking name. Mike Miller, absolute sniper. Elton Brand, Chris Kaman. I did try to trade for him, not going to lie. And yeah, I mean, I'd like to get through this team as well. And we have yet to lose a game. And why the fuck do I start speaking? I have no idea. All right. Okay. Don't do this, 2K. Thank you. It is the 7-seeded San Antonio Spurs with 94 overall Tony Parker, Tyreek Evans, who I'm pretty sure is banned from the NBA right now, Wally Zerbiak, Timmy D, Jan Mahimi. We got Ben Wallace coming off the bench. God damn. All right, that is a good team. A lot of defense in terms of the big men right there. And we sweep. Beautiful. Fucking God damn it. I was doing everything in my power to hope and pray that we did not match up with Toronto. And to be fair, they have now beat us in 2 straight finals. And what's to say it's not going to be a third, but I'm just saying, we are better. I would say there's not even an argument anymore. We are clearly better at 4 out of 5 starting positions. And it looks like, if my memory is serving me correctly, our depth is better as well. There's really nothing besides, like, Chris Bosh playing just out of his goddamn mind, which he is. I got to give the man credit. That suggests that this Raptors team should beat us, besides maybe history, because they beat us the past 2 seasons. We go up 3-0. If we blow this, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I promise you I will not record a rebuild in 2K24. We are not doing this. Thank you very much. Thank you. Just hold that lead. Hold that lead. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. I do want to get some gameplay. And it's a 3-point game. So, awesome. I wouldn't want it any other way. I'll see you guys in there. 3-point lead here in Toronto. We are trying to hold it right now, and if we don't, I am going to be very, very upset. I just have a bad feeling. There's a bad taste in my mouth right now. I don't know who that is. Westbrook, mid-range jumper? How about it? Thank you very much, Russ. Clutching up when it matters most. Giving us that 5-point lead, 2:30 left to go. TJ Ford taking control right now, and they take a timeout. TJ Ford is short as all hell. I thought it was Speedy Claxton at first. Not even going to lie. But, yeah, I just want to make sure all the starters in the game, there's no reason for them not to be. So, yeah, let's just go out and make sure all these guys are in. So, Carmelo's got 31, 7, and 7 on the night. It would be cool to get Melo and AI a ring here, man. I think it should have been 2. Not going to lie, I think we should have won last year. But, obviously, 2K had some different plans. And, yeah, we're going to see if we can hopefully just kind of salvage this and get 1. I think that'd be great, as long as we can limit Chris Bosh. This is Andrea Bargnani versus Marcus Gasol. There's just no fucking way. AI here against Steve Francis. That's an interesting matchup for us. Low post here, and I got absolutely cooked. Yeah. Okay, cool. Back to a 3-point game here. I got to focus the fuck up. I cannot talk about how cool it would be for Melo and AI to end up with a ring, obviously. And, yeah, I mean, Russell Westbrook is young, and I think this is a mismatch that I can expose here. So let's just do this, blow right by him. Westbrook gets absolute... Go give some to Andrea Bargnani. Who the fuck do you think you are? Let's calm down, pal. You're talking to Russell Westbrook. I mean, goddamn, that was a hard foul. Felt unnecessary. I mean, Jesus Christ, I get you're salty on the verge of being swept, but let's pump the brakes. You've already won 2. All right, let's go to the free throw line. Hopefully hit 2 free throws with Russ here. Stop shaking my goddamn screen. We hit the first, making it a 4-point lead. Obviously, 2 possession is great, but there's still 2 minutes left, so anything can happen. But let's extend it to 5, and we do just that. Beautiful. All right, minute 59 here in Toronto, the Air Canada Center. Pretty cool name, can't lie. All right, TJ Ford here is not doing anything against Russell Westbrook. There's just absolutely no way. If I can play good defense and if I can help it, there's just no way. Do something stupid, TJ. Do something stupid. That's not really that stupid. And he misses. Melo, big 8th rebound on the night. Let's see if we can cook with Carmelo Anthony. Play some isolation here on Andrea Bargnani. Hello. Whoop. Whoop. 3. Allen, fuck. Feels weird calling him Allen. I don't know. Okay, that was probably a stupid shot. I just felt the momentum, and yeah, it just didn't really work. Melo feels a little slow, I'm not going to lie. I know he's like a good, like, kind of slow isolation player, obviously, but I'd like him to pick it up a bit. I don't like Melo being on Chris Bosh. This does not feel like a good match. What do I know? Shut the fuck up. What the fuck do I know? Russ, no, not what I want to do. Not what I want to do. I thought he was going to have the different animation. He was going to go to the rim. They really want to play Chris Bosh here on Carmelo Anthony. Melo to the rim. Doesn't get the call. Fucking goddamn it, Zebo. I need a rebound. I need a rebound in situations like this. Steve Francis, Allen Iverson going one-on-one. I don't know why I'm jumping right there. It's an idiotic move by me. Let's just hold it here. I don't know who that is. Bargnani. Back out to TJ Ford. He's at the top of the 3. Moving left side. Bosh low post. Good defense, Randolph. Good board, Melo. Allen Iverson streaking down the floor. And that might be the exclamation point there, folks. AI only got 9 points on the night. Giving it his all. Giving us a 7-point lead. They take a timeout. That's all she wrote, folks. Goddamn, we're getting these guys a ring. That's awesome. We cap off our sweep in revenge against the Toronto Raptors and get a championship here in Denver. Carmelo Anthony does get that ring. He only shot 30% from 3, but we're going to ignore that. Everything else looks pretty good. I'm very happy right now. I'm feeling on top of the world, and I would have been very, very pissed if we had ended this rebuild without a championship. So, very happy we got one nonetheless. Allen Iverson, 35 years old, getting that coveted championship ring. Melo gets it done in his prime at 26, winning 2 MVPs, and now a Finals MVP as well. So, obviously, that is great to see. We also got Russell Westbrook a ring. Obviously, he's only 21 years old here, but we know how the rest of, Russell Westbrook's career kind of panned out. Never ended up getting one, or at least not to this point. I think he's, 34, 35 now, so hopefully he does get one. I do want to see Russ get one. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps this one up. This was a fun rebuild. I thank you to whoever suggested doing Melo Nuggets rebuild. I really did enjoy this, and yeah, I'm looking forward to more historic rebuilds. So, if you guys have anything you want to see, if you don't know the exact year or whatever it may be, just comment the player and the team, and I can do my best to kind of find one. I mean, that's what I did for this. I literally saw a comment that said Melo Nuggets, and I was like, cool, sounds like a fun idea. So that's how we're here. But yeah, of course, if you guys have anything else you want to see, let me know down below in the comment section. We are slowly approaching 2K24, and I'm looking very much forward to it. So as always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.